What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for the first predicted lineup video of the season. Obviously, we play Everton at home on Sunday, 4:30 kickoff. Are you confident?
We've got to get this right now. We've got to get this 100% spot on for the first one of the season. We have to get the lineup spot on.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm confident going to this game, though.
Yeah, are you confident we're going to get the lineup right?
Yeah, for sure. Come on, we always get it right. We always get it 90% right at least.
Jose's press conference has been done, the first press conference of the new season. Let us know the team news.
Yeah, so he confirmed that Tanganga's ruled out. He's the only player really that's 100% ruled out. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk because Lo Celso hasn't been seen in pre-season. And he said he's going to have a late fitness test on a hamstring injury, and they don't know whether he's going to play on Sunday or not, which is a bit of a shame. But I'll probably say, given the amount of centre mids we do have, he's probably not going to play. So yeah, that leaves them two out.
It's also, you say it's a shame, but also a bit of good news as well, because there were a lot of rumours flying around that Lo Celso was going to be out for a while and miss a big chunk of the season.
Yeah, that's a fair point, because there was a few ITKs saying that Gio
or not so ITKs as
apparently he's saying Gio Lo Celso is going to be out for a while. Well, you say that. How many times have we heard, oh, Lamella's back next week, Lamella's back next week, and then all of a sudden it's 3 months later and it's like, true, Lamella's back next week.
Very true. So, very true. But Gio looks a bit harder than Lamella, you know what I mean?
I hope so, because that guy's made of glass. So. But yeah, let's get into it.
All right, so we're going to stick with the 4-2-3-1 formation that we've seen a lot in pre-season, I think.
Yeah.
So 4-2-3-1 in goal. Captain Marvellous, Hugo Lloris, obviously.
Loving his Amazon inputs. He's been absolutely fantastic.
And watch out for the next few episodes, because you see proper madness in the next few.
That little clip Amazon have released of him and Son going at it at the halftime Everton game. Really get to see that. And Hugo, man, he's a leader, proper.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we won't have to see much of that on the pitch madness this season. But yeah, it was great stuff from Hugo. But yeah, Hugo in goal. Right back's an interesting one, because we've got Serge Aurier, we've got Matt Doherty.
Now, Serge Aurier's played all our pre-season games, I think. Yeah. I think he's played all of them.
Yeah, I think he might have missed the first one, but I think
the first one he might have come on at half-time or something, because Jedson played.
And Jedson played in the second one at right back as well.
And then the opposite. And then I think Aurier came on at half-time. Or I can't remember.
Jedson started the first two.
Yeah. So I've just got this sneaky feeling Aurier might play. I know, because Doherty hasn't had too many pre-season games with us just yet. He's only had 1 week since he's come back from international duty. He hasn't played any pre-season games. So whether Jose sees him as a player who's going to come straight into the team or needs to bed him in remains to be seen. I've got a feeling Aurier is going to play, but I think he was talking a bit about Doherty in his press conference, talking about how effective he was going forward for Wolves and how happy he is to have him in the team and how difficult he was to play against. So maybe he is one who's going to come straight in. I
feel it's going to be Doherty. I think that we've got so many games coming up. I think Aurier might go, but I think he's going to go at the back end of the transfer window after this all madness has gone through.
One interesting thing Jose was saying about the right back situation, he was saying Aurier last season, he was our only right back. We were in a very specific situation where we had one right back for the whole season, and he doesn't want that to happen again. So he was very aware of that issue. He wasn't thinking we're okay.
Can he not be?
I know, but you might get the feeling, we have Tanganga and Foyth back up, so maybe he's all right with just having one right back. But no, he wasn't. He said we have one right back.
I hope he stays.
And he had one game, and he had one right back who had to play every game last season, so he doesn't want that to be the situation again. So hopefully we keep Aurier, or if we do sell him, we definitely have to sign someone. So yeah, that's just on that situation. But I actually know. I have a feeling Aurier is going to play, but obviously I would love to see Doherty get his first start.
I think Doherty is going to play and Aurier is going to play on Thursday night in Bulgaria.
I have a feeling it might be the other way around.
Well,
we'll have to wait and see, but we'll put Doherty in for now.
All right, let's put Doherty right back. Centre back on the right side, we're going to go for Toby Alderweireld. You think, it's funny because on Football London they did an article last week talking about our defensive options, and they claim that Eric Dyer is our #1 option this year at centre back.
That's interesting.
I can't see that.
I don't think he's our #1 option. For me, he's battling it with Sanchez to partner Toby. That's how I saw it last.
Same as me.
But
Toby was kept out of the team quite a bit before lockdown and after lockdown.
Yeah. So which is true. But the fact of the matter is when he came in after lockdown, when he came into the team, we just improved so much defensively. Like we barely looked like conceding a goal, and he was fantastic in those games. So if he can play at that level and the level we know he can, we all know at their best, our best centre back is Toby. There's just no doubt about it. And the fact that he was playing at that level after lockdown tells me he's going to be our number one this season. Yeah. But it's true, he was left out a couple of times. So obviously we're not seeing something. We're not seeing the training sessions or whatnot. Maybe he is being not as good as Dyer and Sanchez.
We all know Jose's love affair with Eric Dyer.
Yeah. So for me, Toby and Dyer will probably be our number one partnership this season. But for sure, Toby starts, in my opinion, this game.
All right, so Toby on the right side, Dyer on the left side, left back. It's got to be Ben Davies, surely.
Has to be. He loves Ben Davies. He said, obviously, he was talking about Danny Rose leaving. He was asked if he was going to sign another left back to replace him. He said, "The club know I'm very happy with my current left back options, and we're not going to dip into the market for that position." So that tells you all you need to know how highly Jose rates Ben Davies. Interesting. I thought with Rose going, I thought he would have got the number 3 shirt, but he's keeping number 33. So I don't know. That doesn't really tell you anything. Just interesting to know.
Maybe Sergio is going to take the number 3.
Cross our fingers. According to Forbes, I don't know what Forbes know. Maybe they know something. But according to Forbes, he's coming to Spurs. But yeah, Davies left back in that role, tucking inside and being in a back 3.
Then the double pivot. We're looking at Pierre-Emile Højbjerg to make his debut.
I think he's nailed on to make his debut. Vital. He plays in these Premier League games, especially coming up against centre mids likely to be Alan and Decore, who are very physical, very likely to give a midfield battle. So we need someone with a bit of physicality in there, and Højbjerg's not going to let anyone bully us, so he needs to be in there.
Next to him, it's going to be a toss-up between Harry Winks and Moussa Sissoko.
Or Ndombele. There's Ndombele.
I just can't see Ndombele starting this game. I just can't.
You never know.
He only lasted 45 minutes in a friendly. Never mind.
I know, but Winks hasn't played the past couple friendlies, has he?
Yeah.
I've got a feeling it'll be Winks because we all know he's a big fan of Winks. He played Winks in that deeper role in pre-season alongside Højbjerg as well. So they've played together already. They look quite good together. I feel like he wants Højbjerg alongside a player who has physicality but can also be a good ball player. Is also good with his passing. So that's why I feel like Winks over Sissoko and probably Ndombele for now. Although I'm hoping Ndombele progresses into a position where he can definitely be starting alongside Højbjerg. I think for now, Winks will be Winks and Højbjerg. I
feel Ndombele, he needs those minutes, he needs those game time, he needs that match fitness, so he needs to produce that in the Carabao Cup or the Europa League or both, you know what I mean? I think he needs a bit of time before he can starting Premier League games, so yeah.
But I think Winks over Sissoko for sure, because I think if we had Højbjerg and Sissoko, there's just no one with real ability on the ball.
Well, you're saying a bit of physicality, we need to win that midfield battle.
No, but that's what Højbjerg is there for, and Winks gives us
both of them, because they're going to have 2 physical players in there as well.
But we need someone who's able to get the ball down and play, and we need someone like Winks there. We can't afford to have Sissoko and Højbjerg, and he doesn't like Sissoko so much in the pivot, and we all know that.
All right, so let's go for Højbjerg and Winks in the middle. In the number 10 position, since Gio's having a late fitness test, I think there's only Dele that can play there, isn't there?
I think even if Gio was fit, Dele would be playing there because he's had a good pre-season. I know he didn't have a great game his last game against Watford, but he's looked sharp. Everyone's been hyping him up. Dyer is saying how excited he looks to have Dele back.
He was shocking against Watford.
Yeah, but I know. I say he had a bad last game, but that was mostly down to him being in centre mid. I think he was looking sharp for most of pre-season, and I think he's definitely going to be starting in this game. I've got no doubt about it.
Right-hand side of the attack, we're looking at Lucas Moura or Steven Bergwijn. Those comments from Jose Mourinho on Lucas Moura, I'm not sure if they were in this press conference or an earlier comment, but says it all you need to know about Jose's love affair with Lucas.
Yeah, there was some quotes going around on Twitter. I don't know how genuine they are, but they, if there's a picture of someone and their quote on the picture, then everyone believes it's a quote. So
it's got to be true.
It's got to be true. So apparently, Jose Mourinho said about Lucas Moura, we believe he's one of the best wingers in Europe. And he gives us so much more, just apart from only scoring goals, he gives us so much on the pitch. And he said, quote, "It's impossible to leave him out the side," which is an interesting thing to say when you already have Kane and Son, who are also very much impossible to leave out the side. You would have thought Lucas is the one player you're thinking maybe he's upgradable, but if Jose has that much belief in him, like where's that fit Steven Bergwijn in our best 11? It's interesting.
I know, it is very interesting. I trust Steven Bergwijn to actually replace Lucas Moura in the team as the season goes on. But as the start of the season, I would play Lucas Moura there. And I kind of get those points saying he offers so much more to the team.
Yeah.
Because since Jose has come, he has offered so much to the team defensively and just that sheer work rate that he produces.
Very, yeah, 100%. He's really hard work. I'm not saying Bergwijn's not, but Lucas is just like, how many times does Lucas win the ball in the opposition half or in that midfield area? So, Bergwijn doesn't have that on his game just yet. I think Bergwijn is more clinical and more direct when you get in the final third and more dangerous than Lucas is. But in terms of everything, in terms of the whole package, I can see why Jose's picking Lucas at the time for now. And I think he will start on Sunday just because I think first game of the season, try and get the most settled side possible. And, Lucas knows the team well. So.
Anyway, it gives us great options for the Europa League on Thursday. Steven Bergwijn to come in.
And off the bench.
Yeah. And then the next two positions in the team kind of pick itself. On the left-hand side, we're going Heung-min Son. And then up front, Harry Kane, obviously.
Yeah, they're for sure nailed on.
So that leaves us with actually quite a strong bench.
Yeah.
Like really strong. The bench we've picked at the moment, let me just go through it, is Joe Hart, Davinson Sanchez, Serge Aurier, Moussa Sissoko, Steven Bergwijn, Eric Lamela and Tanguy Ndombele.
That's a lot of talent.
Which leaves out even players, Jedson Fernandez, and the rest of them. Yeah.
So it shows the depth of our squad and it shows even, and we're looking to buy more players, a striker potentially and maybe one more. So I think there's going to be a lot more transfer business from now to the end of the season. Maybe some players will leave, some players will come. Maybe the squad needs to be kind of shaved a bit of some of the players that are not in the squad here. I think so. But I think maybe our depth is a bit underrated.
Yeah, I think so. And as well, just worth noting as well that Danny Rose hasn't been given a squad number for this season, so it looks like he is definitely off.
Whether it's no or not,
to the rumours that he's definitely going to be off. But it's also worth noting that nobody's taken the number 3 shirt.
Yeah, so I don't know why they haven't given it to Davis. Are we going to give it to another left back? Look, Jose said we're not in for a left back.
Yeah.
So.
Any other squad changes? I know Tanganga's been given 25 now. He's taken Rose's old number, Lennon's old number.
Everything's the same. Højbjerg's number 5 and Doherty's number 2. So we know that. We know that. So and obviously Joe Hart's number 12, not number 13. I think we've retired it because of the legendary Michel Vaughan. But yeah, the squad numbers have hit nothing that's too noteworthy. But yeah, our bench is looking strong. Really good options off the bench. We all know Lamela's really good when he comes off the bench and makes an impact. We saw that off the restart. Bergwijn obviously is a really great option off the bench. Yeah. And then in the centre we have like Ndombele and also Moussa Sissoko to give us some extra energy.
Gio could be on the bench as well. Gio
could easily be on the bench. Who would you leave out from that bench if Gio is there? It's a difficult one.
Probably Ndombele.
Yeah, difficult one.
Probably Ndombele.
But maybe probably yeah. If I'm in Jose's mind, he probably thinks Ndombele because you need those defenders there. And then it's either Ndombele or Sissoko, really. I think he likes Lamela. He likes having 2 attacking wide options on the bench.
Sissoko's great to have on the bench because his physicality, bring him on for the last 10 minutes when we're trying to hold out a game, you know what I mean? Brilliant.
And I think he really likes the wide players swapping them about on the hour 70-minute mark to provide that extra pace and width on the counter. So I think definitely Bergwijn and Lamela will definitely be on the bench. So it's whether it's Ndombele or Sissoko who miss out, and given what we know, it's probably going to be Ndombele.
Yeah. All right, so there you have it. That is our first predicted lineup of the season. Let me just run through that lineup with you one more time. So that's Hugo in goal, Doherty at right back, Davis at left back with a Dyer and Toby Alderweireld centre pairing, Højbjerg and Winks in the double pivot, Lucas, Dele and Son just behind Harry Kane. If that is our predicted lineup, if it comes true, what prediction scoreline are you going for? Are you sticking with 2-0?
I'm going to say 2-0 Spurs. I think we're going to start the season in confident mood. We need good momentum going to this tough period because if we start dropping points and the momentum's down, all of a sudden you can start putting in bad performances. We need to have a positive start. I think the team there is really settled. I know we got Højbjerg and Doherty in that team, but relatively most people know each other. They know their roles. I think Everton have got a few more signings to come into the team, and it's gonna take time to bed in. I think we're playing them at a good time, first game of the season, where maybe James hasn't got to grips with the Premier League and stuff like that. So I know they're going to be dangerous with Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin, very dangerous players up front. But
I think we can nullify their attack.
If our defence is like it was at the back end of last season, I think their defence is definitely gettable.
Yeah.
And so I think we're going to have some chances. So I think 2-0 for Spurs.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with my 2-0 as well. So there you have it. Let me know what your predicted lineup is. Let me know what your predicted scoreline is. And as always, come on, you Spurs.